Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show this evening. This evening's guest, we have a gentleman
I'm really
been in
on
the
some
system,
other stuff, so yeah,
and he's
after
come
all,
home.
it's time to
He's
give
been
it
home
up
for a while.
and salute to the street
We got
soldiers.
Danny Cotton.
Everybody screaming how they on
We got
fleek.
a-
A bunch of mannequins, your whole
Not a
team
new
sleep, you
citizen,
weak.
but a citizen that's
Unable to
been
carry the load, the
back
torch,
in
there were
society for
time.
a
We got a
number of years,
first,
and he's
second,
doing
third
good
leg.
things.
I'ma bring it home,
We
I'm
wanna
picking them
bring
up
him
and
on the
putting them
show
down.
and
You
allow
can say
him
I'm
to
digging,
tell
I'm
his
racing to
story,
your mental.
tell
I wanna
society
see you
what he's
living,
doing,
women
how he's
posing
doing,
in a
and why
photo,
he's doing
always
it.
flashing their
We
booty.
wanna
That
welcome
ass
Danny
for a
Cotton.
little cash, mine stuck
Welcome
on
to the show, my
stupid. If
brother.
we got
Thank
too
you.
many
Thank
rappers,
you.
not
Welcome
enough
to the show. We glad
MCs.
to have you.
Stay true
And
to
I
the
always
mold,
say
repeat the
welcome
masses
home.
what they need. Define
You been on how long you
revolution,
been on,
revolutions to bring a change. New man,
coming
new woman,
on,
cool me. Ball in
9
the chain,
years.
9
everybody
years, so you've
peep
been on a
game,
while.
study the
We want
Cadiz.
to welcome you
Our
home,
command,
and
make
thank
it
you for being
guide.
on
The
the show.
vanguard, the people getting high. Use
Danny, you've been in the system. How many times you been in the system?
Oh man, I've been in and out for over 20 years. I gave CDC. So
Okay.
the last time I was there, I did 14 years.
14 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And you, how many numbers have you had?
I had a E number, K number. I had 3 numbers.
3 numbers.
Yeah.
You gave them all back.
All back.
Okay. Okay. So this time you've been home almost 9 years.
Yeah,
Or 9 years.
9 years.
9 years. Okay. And today, you're married. You've been married for some years.
Yeah.
Okay. You what they call a veteran. You been-
I don't know if you say
you how many years you been married?
48 years.
Well, you a veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody been married over 10 years, you call a veteran. 10 years, that ain't cool. But 40 years, over 40 years, yeah, you're a veteran. You've been doing this, yeah. And apparently it's been a success because you got 40 years on the books.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's get to your incarceration. Okay. Last time you went to prison was for what? What crime?
For burglary and just with a firearm, with a weapon.
Okay. And how much time did you get there?
16 years.
16 years. And you did 14 years on it.
Yeah.
16 years. Okay. So where did you catch your case out of? What county?
Alameda County.
Alameda County. And you went to the court system and they found you guilty. You go to jury trial.
No,
Took a deal.
jury by judge.
Jury by judge. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had a judge trial.
Yeah.
And you got found guilty and they gave you some time. And where you start your time at?
I started in level 4, Pelican Bay.
Pelican Bay.
Not Pelican Bay, but Tehachapi,
Okay.
level 4.
Okay, level 4, Tehachapi.
Yeah.
And how much time did you do in Tehachapi?
I did a year before I was transferred to Corcoran.
Okay.
I had a hardship,
Okay.
and I went to Corcoran from there. From Corcoran, I went to Solano,
Okay.
and from Solano, I went to Vacaville,
Okay. And you paroled from Vacaville?
parole from
Okay.
Vacaville.
So you paroled from Vacaville, came home, and did you have to go into a transition housing, or did you go straight home from prison?
I went straight home from prison.
Okay.
I didn't have the opportunity to debrief.
Okay.
I call
Okay.
it.
You came straight home.
Yeah, straight home.
Okay. They didn't have no time to work on you.
No,
They can't bring you
no.
back. So you had to kind of like self debrief yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of after doing a long period of time. That's a task. Debriefing yourself. A lot of people come home from prison. They have a support system coming back into society, and it's unfortunate that you didn't have a support system to brief you, but you made it.
Yeah.
You made a success out of
Yeah.
what you did, the tools that you did use coming home. So you came home, and did you get a job coming home? Did you get some kind of work?
At the first year, I attained some employment through a towing company, and followed up with went to work at a convalescent hospital.
Okay.
But prior, up until those couple of jobs played out, I've been more self-employed.
Okay. Okay.
Just working in the community and
Okay.
trying to create jobs.
Right.
Working with youth and
right.
you know, a few programs that I work with in the Bay Area. you know.
Okay. Now, you've been home a while. You know, you're married. You living the life the way life should be lived. You know, I tell people that incarceration is not part of the program no more. You know, we don't go back to prison. We was in that revolving door many times and went back, but failure is not an option right now. You know, we at the age now where we got to do something right for the rest of our life, and that's what you're doing. You working in the community. You're trying to do things to make it substantial so you can stay out here and be part of this world. And I commend you for that.
Thank you.
I commend you for that. You know, you and I have sit around some tables, and we've attended some programs, and they've been programs where we can get tools and put in our tool bag, so to speak, and move on in life, and that's what you're doing. And like I said, again, I commend you for that. You know, and keep on doing what you're doing, my brother, because you're making progress in large strides.
Well, I thank you for that. Thank you for the compliment. But I also, just give me a moment to clear the air,
Okay.
you know, and that is that as brothers as yourself, that, you know, the last time I was incarcerated, I kind of surrounded myself around brothers that was really trying, people, humans that was really wanting to give back to society. And that's what kind of helped me along the way, you know. I mean, coming to see you now is inspirational to me to see where you came from, to make me want to strive more too. I didn't do as much time as you did, but you know, I can say that you was inspiration to me coming up in there. You know, to hey man, what's your problem? You know, I had a partner. He did like 32 years, and his thing was I used to send him money. I thought that was a cool thing to do, send him money. You know, so when I went back, you know, he'd be there and have me a care package.
Right.
And so one day he sent that letter back to me, to my mother's house, and said, "Man, I don't want your money no more." He said, you didn't start making this like a hobby or something. And he was a lifer, good friend that I knew a long time ago, you know. And so that along the way, and talking with brothers that were striving to come home, that been locked up for a long time, that's what helped me. And those guys, they put me in the, set some guidelines for me that really was support that I welcome.
Right.
To make change. You know, it wasn't an easy overnight thing that made me change, that helped me to change. It wasn't to make, it was, I wanted change, and I didn't know how to get it. So, but they helped me.
Right
you
on.
know, and I appreciate that opportunity.
Right on. Well, you know, I talk to different programs, and I talk to people that's changing, and a lot of people, like you said, people want to change, but a lot of people don't know how to change. You know, they need the information to change, but they don't know how to obtain the information to change. So we want to give people information to change what they need to change in their life, because, like I said, failure is not an option. You know, if you go back, you might not come back.
It's
You know, into the
guaranteed.
system, you might not come back. I mean, it's a good chance you won't come back.
That's right.
You know, because things have changed since you left prison to now. Things have changed drastically in prison. You see, so now we have to work on being part of this society out here, because this is where it's at. You know, you have less time in life than you got more time in life. You know what I'm saying? Again, you got less time in life today than you got more time in life. The pendulum is swinging.
Yeah, that's right.
And you just coming through. You're at a way station right now.
Yeah.
You're just coming through, and you ain't got much time left. We don't have much time left.
Right.
So we got to make the very best of what we have today, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you had some health issues just recently, okay? And that was a wake-up call to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A wake-up, because you was doing really too much. You was moving.
Yeah.
You know, you was doing some things, and the Energizer rap didn't have nothing on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was moving. So kind of like, hey, wait, look, you ain't as young as you used to be, and your brain is telling you one thing, your body tell you one thing, and who are you minding really? You minding your body or you minding your brain? You was minding your body, because your brain was telling you, slow down, partner, and you wasn't doing it. So now what you doing with your life?
Well, now, you know, I it's just the motivation to want to do something. I mean, I'm 64, you know, I saw a lot of things in the prison and on the streets. And my thing now is basically to deal with youth. young kids. I've been studying a little bit to try to get charter schools for youth to start teaching them. And that's at an alarming rate at this time. People teaching their kids at home and communities coming together. You know, it's back south now and back east where they showing that this charter school system is really working for the average kids that are not the unprivileged,
Right.
I say, you know, because all people, you know, can be unprivileged,
Right.
but mostly the black kids are being denied some opportunity.
Kids of color. I just got an email from Sister Mercedes, the school you and I went to.
Yeah.
I get email. She sends me one every month. You know, I'm gonna go back. I just haven't had time. You know?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, we go.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. She said it's got a program coming up. I think this month. And she wrote me an invitation to come and take part of it. I may take part of it if I got some time. I'm gonna take part of it.
Yeah.
But that was something that you invited me to, and I went, and that was really something to
Right,
deal
yeah.
with the kids in the elementary school.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
yeah.
We have to save them.
Yeah.
That's the only place we can save them in elementary school on up. You know?
Yeah, I like what you say. You know, our time is we're in a wait station right now. You know, I agree with that 100%. So my thing now, if I can get 20 more years out of this life, for all the wrong I did, I like to make these next 20 years just to. I was the aggressor, so now I want to be, you know, just the one that follows and be a good inspiration to kids.
Sure.
You know, I did my wrongs,
Sure.
and I led some astray. So I'm willing to give that up now and do the right thing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's hard for me to just change, but it's a slow process. But I know one thing. I know pretty much wrong from right now.
Sure.
You know, and
Sure.
so I don't want to be a distraction to the kids and let them be. You know, kids are curious. I don't think kids are bad.
No, they're not.
They're not bad. They're just curious. They want to be grown like I did. I didn't know no direction. I had a lot of anger.
Right.
And I really didn't know how to channel that anger. So now I didn't learn them skills in later years, but I can pass that on to a youngster to know how to implement to get the anger out of them.
Sure.
You know, because
Sure.
we do have that in us a lot of times.
Well, you know, I believe in the saying that if you don't know no better, you can't do no better.
Yes,
But when
sir.
you learn better, start doing better.
Yes,
So you learned to do better, so you want to pass it on to the next generation.
Yes, sir.
Because if we don't save our generations coming up, we done lost some generations.
Right.
We done lost some generations of children.
Right.
You know, and, I mean, to the drugs, to the prisons, to death. We done lost a generation of children. So if we don't save this generation coming up again, we done lost another generation.
Right.
So we got to put work in. You
Yes,
know?
sir.
And the things that you're doing, you know, I'm gonna keep throwing up. I admire you for doing it.
Thank
You know,
you.
I admire you for standing up, because some people come home from prison and they get their freedom back, get their life back, so to speak, and they lay down. I'm through. I'm back. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't helping nobody. I made it back. That's being selfish.
Right.
You know, that's being selfish. You made it back to the world, back to society, where you have an opportunity to go to canteen every day if you wish to.
That's right.
You know, go to Safeway, Trader Joe, go to canteen every day you wish to.
Yeah.
And you in the big yard today, so why can't you help somebody that's suffering from things that they don't believe they're suffering from? You know, ignorance, uneducated, you know, different things that they're suffering from. They think they got it. But we know that they don't, because we've been on both sides of the track. You know, we've been in the belly of the beast, we've been in hell, we've been in the cesspool, so we've been on all sides. So if the education that we've gained over the years, if we don't take it and use it to help somebody else, we're gonna be punished for it.
Right. I agree with that.
We're gonna be punished for it.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know. So continue doing what you're doing, my brother. Don't stop under any circumstance. Do not stop, because if you stop, it's called failure.
Yes.
It's called failure, and it's rubber that you burn off a tire. That you just burn rubber.
Yeah.
You just burn rubber. You just burn a whole set of tires out, and don't let that tires be in vain.
Yeah.
If you burn them out, let it be for a reason.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know, and the reason that you're making progress in the communities, you're helping people that need help. You know, Yeah, keep on doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share my experience and my strength. And you know, I hope it to get better. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get better.
And my hope is that I be here, and I doubt it very seriously because we have a long line. You know, if I can just give 10% in when I leave here, that 10% make a change, a difference, I'll be happy with that. It don't have to be the change to me to be a change, but just down the line, I can see where somebody made a change and said, well, that word he said, man, it pierced me today, and I may be gone, but
Right.
I'll be happy. I'll be happy that
You gone, but you're still there. Because
Yes, sir.
It's assisting somebody else on their life.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
You never know the little things that you say come out your mouth.
Yeah.
You never know how the ripple effect is gonna be.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's like throwing a rock in the water. You say something, and it goes on and on and on and on and on,
Yes.
and it changes lives. You know,
Yes,
I spoke last week at UC Berkeley, and I went up there and I said some things, and I didn't know what I was saying. I was just talking. You know, but the after effect, the people came to me and asked me questions. So, oh yeah, really? Did I make a difference? Did I say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So be very careful what you say because somebody's listening
Yes, sir.
all the time.
Yes, sir.
See, say, big brother got his eyes on you.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
and it's a good thing because the way they're looking at us today, you know, the way they're looking at us today, they looking like, I want him to fail. He gonna make a mistake. He gonna fall down. If you fall down, get up.
Yes.
If you get up, dust yourself off and keep on walking.
Yes. Yes.
So make a difference and keep on doing what you're doing. Yeah.
I thank you, and that's the hope that I have, you know, and that's the fight that I have, and it's by any means necessary to give a good word of hope
Right.
that it can happen. You know, like I say, I'm 64. I started going to prison when I was 19, and I like I say, I just been prison free for this last term, 9 years. But I used to go every 16 months. I'd be in prison, and I got comfortable with that. So but it ain't no fun no more. That ain't what, man. That ain't no fun, man. No, that ain't no fun no more. I just want a young person to know it's better to be free, even though if I'm pushing a cart around here, I'm happy with that cart than to be. At least I can turn that doorknob and say, "Let me out."
Sure, that's right.
And I'm pleased with that, and I just like to pass that on to the people.
Well, like I say, man, today we got choices, and the choices that we make are ours.
Yes, sir.
You know, we're not subjected to cruel and unusual punishment no more. You know, so we have to be subject. We have to accept it. You know, they say count time. Stand up, Mike, next to your bed.
Yeah.
I said stand up, man. And you got to stand up. You know, unacceptable.
Yes, sir.
We on a live show. We on a live show here. Hello, who got it on a live show? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
How are you?
I am doing great. How about yourself?
Good. Let me turn my TV down.
Yes, yes.
I just wanted to say, what's her name? Adele?
Wendell.
She's awesome. I'm scrolling my TV looking for something to watch. I found her and I couldn't change it. It was awesome.
Okay.
So let her know I appreciate it.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your comments.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. We on a live show. I didn't even know that. But anyway, we do what we do for a reason, I guess. We on a live show. So hello. So we got to continue doing what we're doing and don't stop. And we got to call him Adele. Who was Adele? But anyway, we doing all right. Okay. Yeah, keep on doing what we're doing. Do not stop by any means necessary. So we want to thank you, Daddy, for coming on the show tonight. And we're going to bring you back in some months and continue our interview to let people know what you're doing, how you're doing, and why you're doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for having me. And if there was anything that I have said that inspired somebody, it was only through the grace of God
Right.
that was possible.
Right.
And if anything that I said that you didn't understand, that's Danny. That's the old Danny doing that. So Just work with me and
Yeah.
give me some time.
Yeah, well,
Thank you, brother.
well, we'll excuse you for your errors.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, my brother, for coming on the show. We appreciate you and your time. We want to thank the audience for calling in today on a live show. I didn't know, but we want to thank you. If you have any comments about our show, if you have any comments about improving our show, call the studio. Allow me to have some constructive criticism. You know, I ain't got no problem with it. You know, we want to improve our show for the audience, for the people in their homes, in their bedrooms, in the bathrooms, the kitchen, wherever you are in your home. We want to improve our show to allow you to be part of it. So thank you for watching the Wendell Elamine James Show. You can watch the show on Saturday night at 7 o'clock on Channel 29. Every other Thursday, I have a live show on Channel 76. You call in from 6:30 to 7. So pay attention to the show. Call in and let me know how I'm doing. Thank you, and you have a great day.